I really want to go back to almost a sub-issue that you both sprinkled on earlier, which is addressing mental health. It's an issue that we talk about in Tacoma and Pierce County, but it's also an issue that we talk about nationally, almost a silent issue that we don't really address. We all probably have family members that have been touched by mental illness. What do you think the city's role and responsibility is to helping some of the most vulnerable in the city and in the area, and what plans would you have in order to do that?
Well, first of all, the city does have a 1/10 of 1% to help in that. And that's a real good first step. As mayor, you need to go to the city or the county council and the county executive and say, you need to come on board. You need to be part of this local funding. It's not just Tacoma, it's our South Sound region needs to be working together. And that really has not been happening yet. So that needs to happen. We also need to go to the state and start challenging some of the reductions that they've done over the last few decades in Western State and even Eastern State and over in Spokane to start helping the situation and start getting a model where you're having more community-based for those communities and not that Tacoma becomes a gravitational for more than their fair share. So fair share is important, but we do have a 120-bed hospital that's being built by Franciscan St. Joe's and multi-care around the Allamore area. It's under construction for 120 beds to help in this assessment and and I'm not sure of the next step of that, but we have agencies that we need to start collaborating better so we can get this in a more positive approach to help with mental health, with early awareness, and then moving them to a more positive future.
And Ms. Woodard's final word.
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Being an experienced candidate, I can talk directly to that. So I'm proud to say that I was on the council when we passed the 1/10 of 1% and we got a dedicated revenue stream. When the county wouldn't do the work, we stood up and said, we care enough about our citizens that we're going to do the work. Also, the brand new mental health facility that's being built in Tacoma, the city made an investment and it was under my leadership that we got to make that investment. The city of Tacoma Washington State ranks 48th out of 50 in having psychiatric beds in their estates. Tacoma and Pierce County rank even lower than that on the national average. So we've got to make this investment. You're right. I have a personal story about somebody who needed to actually get help and couldn't get help. So in addition to the money that we're investing, or while we're investing our money, our 1/10 of 1%, our dedicated revenue stream with local nonprofits to do the work, we've got to make sure that those people who are getting that money are being held accountable to make sure they're providing the services that are going to change the lives of these people who need it the most. This facility is going to be another way to do it because we've got to stop thinking that our emergency rooms are a place to get mental health care. And so these are the kind of investments we're going to continue to make, but I think we've got to continue to work on our partnerships. It's so exciting in Tacoma. Normally hospitals are in competition with each other, that our two largest hospitals came together and we formed this huge coalition to be able to address mental health. The facility is only one thing that we're doing. Stay tuned, we'll be doing a lot more.
Thank you to everyone here. This was a great discussion, and good luck in the next couple, the final push, 18 days.
Great.
All right.
Good to have you both.
Thank you.